All right. Hey, how's it going, y'all? Welcome back to a very spooky TUTV. My name's Sweeney Todd.
And I am your dad.
Happy Halloween, Father. How have you been?
I'm good, son. It's been a minute. How are you?
I know. I haven't called you in weeks. I've been good. Looking like an idiot on camera right now, as usual.
I'm looking my best, as per usual.
This costume, I obviously bought it off of Amazon, and I even put some eyeshadow on. You can't really tell on camera, so I look like an idiot for no reason, but it's there. Trust me, guys. I put a lot of work into this outfit.
Once again, I'm just dressed up as I usually am.
Yeah.
I'm either sitting on the couch watching the team play. Go team.
Uh-huh.
Or I'm sitting on the couch neglecting yard work. So.
That's very undadly of you. Wouldn't you want to be doing yard work all the time?
You know what is deadly? Dad jokes. Would you like to hear one?
Oh, I'd love to hear a dad joke. Please give it to me.
What kind of shoes do thieves wear?
I don't know.
Sneakers. That's a knee slapper right there. They wear sneakers because they're trying to be quiet. Don't you like that one, son?
Can I?
No,
okay.
You cannot.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Welcome back to TUTV News. I'm Parker.
And I'm Gerard Way. Let's dive right into this week's stories.
Over 75 years after their first usage, nuclear weapons will soon be internationally illegal for the first time. The Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons has met the minimum requirement of being signed by 50 countries across the world and will become international law in under 90 days. The treaty includes a set of prohibitions on participating in any nuclear weapon activities, including development, possession, and threats of using nuclear weapons. Notable countries that oppose the treaty are the original nuclear powers, Russia, China, Britain, France, and the United States. The Trump administration has written to signatories of the treaty, urging them to rescind their support, calling the treaty, quote, a strategic error.
Trump's approval rating has been a topic of interest throughout his run as president. Today, Trump has more Republican supporters than Biden has Democrat supporters. According to pollster Rasmussen, the poll data reports that 84% of Republicans would choose Trump, while 77% of Democrats would vote for Biden if the election were held today. On an international level, the percentage of the public in many European countries with a positive view of the United States is the lowest it's been in almost 20 years. In the United States, Trump's most recent approval rating was at 48%. With just another week to go until Election Day, be sure to tune in to TUTV on November 3rd to see live coverage and updates about the polls.
Two buildings on Oklahoma State University's Stillwater campus are being renamed. Nancy Randolph Davis was the first black student to attend OSU back in 1949 when it was named Oklahoma A&M College. Last week, the OSU Board of Regents approved renaming the Human Science and Human Sciences West buildings to Nancy Randolph Davis and Nancy Randolph Davis West. Dr. Jason F. Kursky, Vice President for Institutional Diversity at OSU, said of the renaming, quote, while there is certainly more work to do, it is important to recognize and have a sense of pride in momentous and transformative actions that continue occurring at the university.
It's shaping up to be a cold and wet week for most of Oklahoma, with an early winter weather system moving in that will lower temperatures and bring precipitation. Travel conditions will be worsened by icy roads caused by rain, and temperatures as low as 31 degrees Fahrenheit this week. Weather conditions are likely to improve next week when the winter weather system will have moved eastward. Halloween shouldn't be as rainy as the days before it, but the humidity following all that rain might deter trick-or-treaters.
Speaking of Halloween, COVID-19 has put our world in an awkward dilemma regarding the candy gathering holiday. Some places, like the entire nation of Scotland, have essentially canceled trick-or-treating, urging in a news release for people not to partake of door-to-door festivities. On the other hand, some families in America still plan to trick-or-treat even in the midst of the pandemic, as Halloween is an important annual tradition for many people. The United States is currently said to be in its third and most deadly wave of the pandemic, so many health authorities urge caution or outright avoidance of trick-or-treating. So, what's your costume?
I'm Gerard Way. What's your costume?
Nice. I sort of forgot one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this is, I'm Party City's definition of a hippie. So,
I like it.
yeah,
Party City's got good taste.
they do. In fact, on the political segment coming up soon, one of the outfits, which will be Politic Boy 68, will actually be wearing a special disguise from Party City. So make sure to tune in for that.
Can't wait. Anyway, this has been TUTV. I'm Gerard Way.
And I'm Parker. We'll see you next week.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm here with Lexie Tafoya, who is a TU student and actually works with beads to create different artworks. How are you, Lexie?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just getting through the school year so far.
Understand.
But yeah, oh, sorry.
No, you're totally good. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm a TU student. I'm a third year, and my major is in creative writing.
That's awesome. For your artwork, when did you start working with beads?
I began in 2016.
Very cool. What made you decide to use beading, and what do you like about it?
Well, I had been interested in it for a long time, and I had this sort of gravitational pull to to kind of connect more with my heritage and culture because I'm a Cherokee Nation citizen, and when there were classes to learn how to bead, I took the opportunity, and once I began, I never stopped beading since.
That's awesome. Have you found any challenges with beading so far?
Sometimes when I get started on a project, I'll get halfway through it and then I find that I'm not really that satisfied with it. And it's kind of frustrating because I end up, when I get halfway through a project, it's usually when I'm roughly about 2 or 3 hours into it. And so I get frustrated that I spent all this time and used so many beads on it to figure out that I don't like how it's turning out.
Yeah, which is totally understandable.
Yeah.
What kinds of things do you make with your beads?
Mostly earrings, but but I also do pins and bracelets. I'm trying to branch out more so that way my beadwork can be worn by anyone, because I've been coming across more people who don't have their ears pierced. So and also people who don't really, like earrings that much. So I'm trying to branch out so it's more inclusive.
That's awesome. What so far has been your favorite thing to make out of your beads?
Well, pretty much based on the most things I make is usually earrings. I am very obsessed with earrings, but I also love working on little pins too, because then it's each pin I make is usually a very unique design, and I never produce the same thing twice, and those are usually my favorite because I don't ever reproduce those designs.
That's awesome. Do you make any other sort of artwork at all?
Um, Not really. I used to draw in high school, but and currently I work on short stories for classes and, outside classes as well. But other than that, beadwork is usually my main art medium.
That's awesome. Do you sell any of your work at all?
Oh yeah. I recently had a Halloween sale actually. It was a pretty big success.
That's awesome. If people are interested in buying any of your work, where can they look and buy your work?
I have an Instagram where I upload the majority of my beadwork. It's called Blue Bonnet Beads, and usually I'll share, any kind of beadwork that I have that's up for sale.
That is awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here for the interview, and now we're going to get back to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to TUTV Sports. I'm Parker again.
And I'm Ethan. Let's jump right into the episode.
Tulsa played USF Friday night, October 24th, and dominated the Bulls in a 42-13 win. This was the first game Tulsa's football team had played since October 3rd when they stunned the UCF Golden Knights. On Tulsa's first drive of the game, Zach Smith marched the Golden Hurricane down the field for a touchdown. Tulsa wouldn't score for the rest of the first quarter, and USF would tack on 2 field goals, making it 7-6. Tulsa then exploded for 14 points in the second quarter, followed by 21 in the third, to win 42-13. Zach Smith was 17 of 25 passing with 235 yards and only 1 interception thrown. Tulsa's big win will be followed by a game this Friday, October 30th, against East Carolina.
Khabib Nurmagomedov faced off against Justin Gaethje in a lightweight MMA title fight this weekend. This was Khabib's first fight since the passing of his father in July due to complications involving COVID-19. Khabib outfought Gaethje from the start and eventually subdued him in the second round to remain undefeated and take the lightweight title. After the fight, Khabib broke down and as emotions overcame him, Gaethje consoled his opponent in a moment widely recognized as incredible sportsmanship. In a press conference, Khabib announced his retirement from MMA, saying he talked to his mom and, quote, "I promised her this is going to be my last fight, and if I give my word, I have to follow it."
The World Series matchup between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays have been everything baseball fans hoped for so far. The Los Angeles Dodgers took Game 1 of this series on the back of Clayton Kershaw's 6 innings with 8 strikeouts while only allowing 2 hits. The Tampa Bay Rays took Game 2 by flexing their stellar bullpen, which featured multiple pitchers throwing and only allowing 5 hits the whole game. The Dodgers took Game 3 in a decisive win, but the Rays walked off Game 4, squeaking out an 8-7 victory to tie the series at 2 apiece. The Dodgers took Game 5 on the back of phenomenal pitching from Kershaw, giving Los Angeles the 3-2 lead in the series.
The TU men's basketball team has announced that they will open up their 2020-21 season playing TCU in the Hall of Fame Classic Tournament in Kansas City, Missouri. The Golden Hurricane basketball team looks to get off on the right foot this season after finding success throughout last season before COVID-19 shut down their conference title aspirations. The TU basketball team is hopeful to repeat last season's success with 4 starters returning from last season. The other 2 teams participating in the tournament are Northwestern and South Carolina. The tournament begins on Saturday, November 28th, so be sure to tune in and support TU.
FC Tulsa concluded their 2020 Season 2 weekends ago with a loss in a championship matchup against El Paso Locomotive FC. This matchup determined the championship team in the United Soccer League, and FC Tulsa was playing well to start off and scored goals in the 41st and 56th minutes. Then El Paso came back scoring goals in the 80th and 81st minutes, knotting the score at 2-2. The game would go to penalties where El Paso Locomotive FC would outscore FC Tulsa 4-2, giving them the championship title.
So this Tuesday night, we obviously have Game 6 of the World Series, where the Dodgers will look to finish out the Rays. But next Tuesday night, we have the election live stream, right?
That's right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We have a lot of good stuff lined up. And it'll definitely be an interesting one. We're going to have segments about each major political candidate and what issues that college students at TU find interesting. So.
Yeah, I know they have that TUTV survey sent out, so that'll be next Tuesday.
Definitely tune in for that.
Thanks. Bye.
Welcome back to TUTV Entertainment. My name is Peter B. Parker.
And I am Bill S. Preston, Esquire. We have got some excellent stories for you today, so let's get started.
The Turkey Mountain Urban Wilderness area has a new haunted attraction for the Halloween season. Every day this week leading up to Halloween night, the Turkey Mountain Trail will undergo a spooky transformation after dark. Patrons will be guided on a tour through the dark woods with scares hidden around every corner. The tours begin at 6 p.m. with kid-friendly youth tours before transitioning to the scary attraction after sunset. The haunted trail offers a socially distanced alternative for fans of traditional indoor haunted houses. Tickets are $7 and time slots must be reserved ahead of time. Turkey Mountain is located off of I-44 and 71st Street on the west side of Tulsa.
The Sanderson sisters, characters from the timeless Halloween movie Hocus Pocus, are reuniting for a virtual event titled In Search of the Sanderson Sisters. This Friday, October 30th, actresses Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathleen Najimy will be reprising their witchy roles from the 1993 film. The event will benefit the New York Restoration Project, a nonprofit organization started by Bette Midler herself. The organization is dedicated to restoring open spaces and parks around New York City. Not much is known about what will take place during the event, though Midler shared a sneak peek of the set via social media. Tickets can be purchased via the Restoration Project's website.
The Tulsa Symphony Orchestra has canceled most of its concert for the remainder of the year. Among the cancellations include Star Wars in Concert, The Titan, and the Polar Express. Back in September, the Tulsa Symphony became the first in the nation to hold a full orchestral concert with a live audience since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. This orchestra's winter season will now feature concerts held on various media platforms, including radio broadcasts. Tickets purchased for the canceled events can be refunded or donated to the Tulsa Symphony Orchestra.
The Charlie Brown Halloween special will not be airing on television for the first time in over 50 years. The movie, It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, along with the other Peanuts holiday specials, will now be available exclusively on Apple TV+. Each film will be free to stream for a limited amount of time before a subscription is required to view them. The Halloween special will be available from October 30th to November 1st. Apple TV Plus is a subscription-based streaming service owned by tech conglomerate Apple Incorporation.
The Gilcrease Museum is holding their Fall Front Lawn Fest later this week. This upcoming Thursday, October 29th, from 5 to 7 p.m., Gilcrease's front lawn will yield itself to a number of fall festivities. The event features a pumpkin patch, photo station, lawn games, and fall goodie bags, among other attractions. Attendees can watch the sunset and picnic on the lawn or purchase food from Andolini's food truck. Admission for the event is free, and the museum itself is also free to visitors during the event hours. Gilcrease Museum, located in northwest Tulsa, is well known for housing one of the world's largest collections of American art. So I'm kind of used to the city scene as opposed to this Oklahoma business y'all got going on. How's Turkey Mountain?
Turkey Mountain is great. It is an excellent place to go. And the Halloween stuff they're doing this year seems like it'll be amazing.
I'd be down to try it.
Yeah, I want to walk. I want to walk the trail and get scared. I think it sounds awesome.
That does sound pretty cool.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Remember, everyone, to be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Hogging and keeping the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving or Halloween video only on Apple TV, that's too far. Okay,
Yeah.
Apple.
You know,
Sweatshops are one thing, but Charlie Brown, come on.
back in my day, your aunt and your uncle and I used to gather around with your grandfather and grandmother, and I used to hold the antenna up on the TV.
Wow.
We used to watch The Great Pumpkin when it first
Wow.
came out.
How old are
It's
you
a
again?
travesty. I am between 30 and 60.
Okay, right, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's just it's like a classic. It's a shame that it's not on public television anymore.
It's a shame. It really is a shame.
But in good news, though, I love Halloween. It's one of the best. It's probably the best holiday because it's the most versatile.
It is a
right?
great holiday.
If you're a kid, you walk around and get free candy, and there's the the weirdness of talking to strangers, but it's fine,
The normalizing of talking to strangers.
and getting candy from them,
Yeah.
but not a big deal. And then when you transition into adulthood, now it's an excuse to do horrible things in the darkness of the cover of night. And
I was gonna lean more towards decorating. Like, look, like we got.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't get much time. I was kind of under stress, but
I get it, Dad.
I got some cobwebs up, and you can help pass out candy to the youngins that stop by later.
you do a lot for us, Dad.
Yeah.
You're working hard. You gotta drink your everyday Miller Lite, and it's tough. I understand. But love Halloween. It's probably the best holiday, honestly. Christmas is and like winter holidays. Those are good. Family, blah blah blah, whatever.
Family, blah blah blah.
But Halloween, that's cool. I can dress like an idiot, and no one's gonna look at me funny. Well, they will look at me, but
Different reasons.
For
Not because
yeah.
you're dressed like an idiot. Those look at you.
Well,
funny.
that's the main reason. Whatever, it's Hope you guys enjoy, and please check out the live stream coming up next week today. Where's it be at? again?
On the Facebook, I think.
The Facebook.
I don't know technology.
It's all right, Dad. We're going to figure it out together.
Thanks, son.
Watch us then. It's going to be great. Have a good one.